Hi guys, today we will look after something called STS. As I mentioned, STS stands for Spring Tool Suite. Okay, let's first try to download the Spring Tool Suite. I'm closing this one. I go to this Zoom. Just search for Spring Tool Suite. Okay. If you search for Spring Tool Suite, you can see here there is a from spring.io. Spring.io is a website for the Spring framework related things. So I click on Spring Tool Suite. Okay, here Spring Tools for Visual Studio Code. For us, we want to go for a Spring Tools for Eclipse. Okay, this is based on Eclipse. If you see here again they have given a 3 operating systems. You have to choose according to your operating system. I choose Windows operating system. Now, the moment I started, you can see on the top, it is started downloading. And you see the extension, guys, it is .jar file. This is Spring Tool Suite 4-4.21.0 release Win32 x86 64. So this works for Windows 32 and Windows 64. And in the end, you can see here self-extracting jar. Okay, it is about to download. Probably it will take a minute. But for me, I already have it and kept in a place. Let this happen on its own. I'm going to the desktop. If you observe here, this is what is the downloaded file. Okay, guys. So now what all you have to do is, this is not installable. This is extracting. So always any of the softwares which are extracting, create a folder and keep it over there. I'm opening Windows E I do. Then I go to the learning folder. Here I want to create a folder named softwares, new folder softwares. Okay. Under this software, I want to place this file. I'm cutting this. I keep it here. Now this is a self-extracting jar, guys. First, I'm moving to this location. All of you, ideally what happens is you keep it in the downloads or you keep it in the desktop and all. That's not the suggested one. You have to always move out of the C drive. If you don't have a choice out of, I mean to say only one drive is there is okay. But otherwise you have to split your drive into 2. And this next time you have to keep all your programs and required softwares so that any crash happens, you are safeguarded. Yeah, so now it is moved here, guys. Now, if you observe, the file is very lengthy. What I do is I'll go for changing the file name to just Spring Tool Suite 4.4.21. Enter. If I double click it, just I'm double clicking, nothing I'm doing, just double clicking, it will automatically start extracting. See here, it is not yet started, but it will start. If you see the icon symbol here, just before the file, you can see it is a Java symbol. You see in the top left corner, it is unzipping. %67 is done. So that's simple. You have to download it and extract it. That's it. Even you need not to install it. Just double click on that, will automatically extract it. Once this get extracted, what we want to do is we'll go ahead and create a project and we create a files how we are done yesterday. Yes, guys, if you see here, there is this folder got extracted. In this one, you will see Spring Tool Suite. I'm just double clicking on it. Now your IDE will open. First time it will take a couple of minutes to start because it has to check the path and all. If it doesn't work, I'll help you out how you can get it work. Because sometimes it will look for a path variable called Java home. In case if it is not set or it's not there, we have to set it up. So I just clicked on the application and waiting for it to respond. Well, guys, so it recognized the path. Yesterday we have set the path, right? It recognized it. Now, if you see here, by default, this is the location it want to keep our projects and all. You see here, C:\user Shyam Kakumani. That is the login username in this machine by me. Then under the documents, it goes for a workspace Spring tool suite. We don't want to keep our projects in that location, but we want to create in a location where we want. For that reason, go to your learning folder, create a new folder, right click, new folder, give the projects like this, your name hyphen projects. I'm giving it as a Shyam hyphen projects, right? This is the folder where I want to keep all my projects. So what I will do is I have created this folder. I go back to this workspace location. I click on browse. I go to D:, Shyam hyphen projects, select folder. And once I click a launch, you can see on the, behind this, I'm open this folder, right? Shyam hyphen projects. It will create one .metadata. You see here, this .metadata will be created. So in .metadata, it will store all its relevant information. Next time when you start, it will directly ask you, should I open in D:, Shyam projects? It will store all that information over there. So now my STS is loading, which is my IDE. Guys, there are many IDEs. You see here, this is how the IDE looks. I'll quickly copy paste the link of this one in our notes. From here, you can download it. Now, few of the famous IDs are Eclipse, STS, IntelliJ, IDEA. Okay. Then NetBeans. Few people are using NetBeans. These are the famous ones, but so popular is Eclipse, and whoever is working on Spring, STS is the first choice. Okay. Now, this is how our IDE looks. Okay. I'll just run you through the IDE, how it works. See, on the left side, you can see Package Explorer. Now you can see it's split as a multiple windows. On the left side corner, you can see Create Java project, Create Maven project. This is where your projects is listed. In the bottom left corner, you see Boot Dashboard. Any of the boot projects can be visible here. And the center part is, I mean to say the middle section here, which is a editor. This is where you can try to edit any of your files. And on the right side is a outline. Let's say you have a class, it will give you the outline of what all are there in the class. Then in the bottom, you can see the problems, Java documentation, declaration. So what we can do is, let us try to create a project and understand how it works. So either you can click on create project here or go to the file. So going file is a standard one. I click on file, new. What sort of project I want? If you observe here, there is a Java project, there is a Maven project, there is a Spring Starter project, import Spring getting started content. And you can see there is a small line below that one, there is a package, classes, interfaces and all. Okay. For me, I click on, I'm not directly going to the Java project. Before that, I want to show you what are the other types of projects are there. I just click on project. Now you can see from the section here, there is a general faceted project, Gradle, Java, Maven, plugin development. These are the sort of projects which you can create. I want to create a Java project. I simply click on Java project, click on next. Now it will ask me what is the name of the project you want to keep. I'll keep it as Explore Java. Explore Java. The project name will not accept spaces. You see here, that's the reason you have to give the name without space. You have to select a project. Explore Java. Now, if you observe here below, do you see there is a JRE and it is selected by default Java SE17, right? In this section, this is what happens is from the path it picked up, it understood there is a Java SE is already installed. Then it has picked from the Java SE17. If it is Java 8 is there, by default Java 8 will be picked. In case you have multiple versions, you want to choose the other one, still you can do that. But as we are into the basic things, we need not to touch base any of the other things. Then you can just understand what else it is trying to say. I don't want, okay, let it be there. All I did was project name I have given. Click on next. Once you give a next, it will show you the project structure, how it is going to create. It will show you like Explore Java. Under that, it will create a SRC folder. Now, the important thing is below you will see default output folder, Explore Java /bin. This is important for us, guys. Why? Because this is the one location where our compiled files will be there. Because it's not, we are going to compile the Java programs, IDE will compile. So just remember this, then I will show you where it is available and how we can see the compiled code. I simply say finish. Now on the top left corner, you can see here, there is a Explore Java project is created. Under that SRC folder is created. Under SRC created, there is a module info.java is created. Starting from Java 9, there will be something called like this file will be created, which we will not cover at the moment, but later point of time we will see. Starting from Java 9, what has happened is, for Java, you want to ideally, let's say if one Java program has to run, you require 47,000 to plus class files is required. Now, starting from Java 9, you don't require those many. What all are required files only will be made part of your executables. Okay. So that's called Project Jigsaw. Okay. So we will know all of these things on need basis. But currently, what we want to understand is there is a project created, there is a SRC, SRC stands for source folder is created, and you can see your library, which is Java SE17. All I want to do is I want to write a simple program and check it. So right click on your source, new. I want to create a class. Now, when you're writing a class here, a small window is open, which will help you to write the class. I want to give a class name as welcome, right? I'm not giving anything else, but you can understand here, there is a package name is given, source folder is given, modifiers are given, superclass is given, interfaces. Don't worry about all of these things at the moment. We will come to this one little later point of time. All I have given is welcome, my class, my name of the class. Simply say finish. Now you can see here, public class welcome is created with a default structure, right? A default structure has come. And if you observe, it is telling you an error. Let us see what it is trying to say. Must declare a named package because this compilation unit is associated to the unnamed module Explore Java. See, whenever we are developing any sort of projects, right, we will give a naming. Let's say I'll write it as package. how you name a package is, for example, take a Microsoft.com. Microsoft.com is a company. Whenever you're creating a project, in a project with Java, you will give a naming conventions like this. It is a reverse of domain name like this, com.microsoft. And what is a project? The project name. Let's say O365, Office 365 dot. If you are working on Excel, then its functionality. This is how the package name will be given. So the package name will be package naming is reverse of your domain name. Okay. Here, what I want to give a package name as, I have to declare it as package. Then I want to keep this one as part of com dot. I'm giving the name as Ignite Tech Academy. So IGNIT. Either I can give a full name or I can give a partial name. So you have to think it as ignite.com.explore.java. Okay, guys. So once I give it, now I want to move it to that folder. On the left side, you can see there is a default package. If I keep the cursor here and I click on move it, it will move to a new package on the left side. Right? If you observe here, we are not doing anything. The IDE itself will help us move to this specific location. Right? So the first thing what we understood is whenever you are creating a package with the IDE expect you to create at least a package and keep your file over there. That's the reason I have given com.ignite.explore.java. All of you, if you want, you can give your name. Here, instead of com.ignite, you can give it as a com.shyam, com.kiran. Then you have a welcome. After this, we want to write a main method, right? For you to write a main method, main, give control space. Now, if you observe here, on the right side, it is showing you public static void main of string arguments. Just select this. Right? Even you need not to write everything with your own hands. Lot of predefined templates are there. Yes, predefined things are there. You have to just utilize that shortcuts here. All I want to do is print welcome message. So yesterday, what did we do? System.out.println, which we have written. Now we can simply give syso and give control space. Now you can see here system.out.println is automatically filled. And here I want to give welcome to STS IDE. Right? This is what is my program. I have created a class and it is asked me to add a package. I went and add a package. Then it asked me to move to a package name here. When I selected it, it moved to a package. I want to write a main method. I simply gave a main control space. It has given me the structure. Then I want to print something to the console. I went and give a syso, which is system.out.println. Then I had just given the input to this one. That's it I did, right? After I have done, if you see on the right side corner, there is an outline, right? It has given me a class file name and the main method name. If you have 10, 20 methods, right, instead of going through every place, from the right side corner in the outline, you can select the type of the method which you want to choose. Now I want to execute this one. First, we need to compile, right? Yes. How do we compile here? So guys, the compilation is already happened. The moment you save it, the compilation happens. Then to run it, right click, run as Java application. Now you can see the console is here. Welcome to STS IDE. It will auto compile. Right? Yes. The moment you save it, it will compile. Okay, I'll show you where is the compiled files are there. See, yesterday for us, we have created a folder called Explore Java. After that, we have opened a notepad. We have written a program like this. Yesterday, we didn't have a package, but here it is additionally we have a package. Yesterday, there is no public by default. There is a class welcome we have written. Let me show you this. Let me show the program. Let's say here I go to the notepad, file, open. So explore Java. Here I want all files to be shown. See here, first is a greetings. What did we do? There is no public was given. It's only class, this one, and we have written everything with our own hands. Correct? Now, if you see, is there any coloring here? Class greetings, there's no coloring at all. Let's see in the IDE. Is there a color? There is a first little not reddish. It's a I can say coffee color kind of. Here you see a blue color. Here you see the welcome. And going further, when you start writing different colors, you'll figure it out. Right? With this itself, you'll come to know this public class static void and all is a keywords of Java. You can't use them as a variables and all. Okay. You see here, everything we have written with our own hands. Here, what did we do? Right click, new class. It's simply going to ask me the class name. I'll give the class. The class is structure is created. I give a main method. The main method is generated. SYSO, it is generated. This way, what happens is you can have a less cognitive load. You need not to remember everything. Okay, is this exactly this and all? Okay, you can focus on the business logic related to what project you are working on. The structure and lot of information is taken care by your IDE. You should be very well aware of how to utilize the IDE in a proper manner. Now, welcome to STS IDE. It is printing, right? Then where is the compiled files? See here in our folder. Let me go back here. Learning, explore Java. See, there is this dot class files are here. When I compile, it is available here. Now, if we go back in our project, we have, see, in the Sham projects, there is an explore Java is created. You can see here, parallel to SRC, there is a bin folder. In our project, you can see only SRC and system library. But in the real project, in the physical folder, you can see SRC. Under SRC, there is a module info. You can see here, there's a module info. Then my class is under the package called com.ignite.explore.java. So for every package name separated with a dot, it will create one folder. With com, it will create one folder. With Ignite, it will create another folder. Explore, it created one more folder. Java, it created another folder. Inside that, my file is there called welcome.java. So if you observe how the package works is, with every package name, in the package name, every word separated by dot will go under one folder. So com is one folder. Under the com, Ignite is a subfolder. Under the Ignite, Explore is another subfolder. In that, Java is a folder. Inside that Java, welcome file is created. This is what is the structure which created automatically by our IDE. Now, if you come back to Explore Java, you have a source folder. Then parallel to that one, you have a bin folder. This is called binary folder where your compiled class will be there. I'm opening this one, bin. See here, same structure will be there. Com, Ignite, Explore, Java. Now you can see this is a dot class file. Now, if you see here, it is 8:14 is the time which is compiled. Now, if you see here, the time is 8:18. Let me go back here. I'll change some content here. Welcome to STS IDE from Spring. Spring is from VMware. From VMware, I'll say VMware. Now, if you observe here, I'm not yet saved. How do you say I'm not saved? Before the welcome.java here there is a star is there. If the star is there, it is not yet saved. You see here, it is 8:14. Now I go here and say file save I can do. Or Control S I can do. Now you can see here, the class file is generated here by 8:19. You need not to compile it. The moment you save it, the compilation is done. Now, all you need to do is right click, run as Java application. Now you see here, STS IDE from VMware. It is WARE, VMware.
What about we make errors?
Yeah, so we can fix here itself. We can see the errors here itself. Okay. So Siddharth, question is here, in case if there is any errors, how do you know? See, let's say I'm giving here something, int I have given, right? Now I save it. First of all, you can see here itself, there is a multiple markers. Yeah, the errors and exceptions are shown here. Okay, for example, imagine this statement, I'm given S as a small one, right? I try to save it. It will show here, system cannot be resolved. It doesn't know what is a system. So that's where system should be caps. So it is easy for you to figure it out a errors.
So we can
Okay.
get the error is exactly.
Absolutely. You can know where the error is. So if you look after here, now what all we have done is we have used the features. We will see the features, IDE features. The first one is project creation. What is a project creation? Does it create the structure for us? We have not given a structure, right? We didn't say that go the source folder, insert this explore, right? The structure is created on its own. You might be seeing this is a simple structure because it's a small program Java. When you go for a complex one like a web application, it has many folders. Inside each folder, you will be having a different folder. If you want to do it on your own, it is very complex, but you take a structure help of IDE, it will create a complete structure for you. Then you can start developing a code along with it. Okay. So the structure it is created. Second is it has an editor, right? Like how we have a notepad, it has an editor, right? How we have a console, it is like your command line interface, right? You have a console here, right? Here you can see here itself. Do you see the console here, the name, right? Then here I'm giving it as S as small, right? Now there is a problem section. You can see the errors and its description. System cannot be resolved. See here. See, you can keep the cursor here and figure it out. System cannot be resolved. At the same time, you have 100 files. Let's say 20 files are having an errors. Here in the problem section, you can see all the errors and you can start fixing it. Imagine you're new to your project. First time you're setting up your project. You don't have a lot of information or a lot of dependencies in your machine. What you can do is you can observe this one and you can understand what is the problem. See here, it is clearly giving in which, what is the file name, where it is located, what is the line number, and what is the type of problem. It is a Java problem, right? So you can refer the errors. So here you can refer the errors. Errors, you can say it is a problem console here. Say it is mentioned as a problems. Right? Here you have a console and here you have a declarations also. See here, declarations we don't bother much and Java doc also. We will see few things in going further. Okay. But for time being, whatever is important for us, let us understand that. So the final thing is, as you see, in Explore Java, you have a bin folder, you have a SRC folder. SRC folder, you can see the source code. Bin folder automatically generated. That's where when I'm creating a project, I told you, remember about of this folder. I'll show you here quickly. File, new, Java project. I'll not create it, but I'll just show you here. Let's say check it. In the next one, do you see here is a bin folder, right? Check it bin. This is the location your class files will be kept. In case you don't want it changed to different name, you can still do that one, but it is not necessary for us. So I do cancel. So this is how your regular application works. So here it is in one window. You can, on the left side, you can explore the projects, whatever is the files are there. In the center, you can write the code, which is like your editor. On the right side, you have an outline. Below, you have a console. In the left side, you can see the boot dashboard. let's say I'm minimizing this. And if you don't want to see, you can minimize this. You don't want to see, you can minimize this. You don't want to see, you can see, minimize this. Let's say, then you can bring back everything. Here, everywhere, you have an options to bring them back. Right? You maximize this. I want to minimize this. From here, I want to bring it like this. Then here, I want to bring it like this. It's all you'll understand, guys. Slowly you will understand, right? Then here, I'll go to project, show, window, show view. I want a project explorer, right? I want to restore it here, right? Now you can see here our project, our windows, then here you have an outline, restore it. See, you have such a flexibility, right? You don't want to see the outline. You can just minimize it and restore it. And you don't want to see the boot dashboard. You can minimize it. See here, it is appearing here. These all you can learn it, guys. As much as you know about the IDE, you can do the things faster and better. So under source, we have this specific file welcome.java. This we can execute. Are you clear with this, guys? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Someone is saying? Any questions online? Okay, let's move on. Now I want to create another file. What is another file? Yesterday, we have created a file with the input, right? Let's say file open. Then I want to go for all files here, greet user class. If you observe here, we want to take a string arguments, right? Right? So now let us try to mimic this program. We go back here in the same package, right click, new class. When you're creating a class itself, let's say greetings is the name I want to give my class. Here itself, if you want to have it, you can use it as a public static void main. Can you see here which method stubs would you like to create? Public static void main. Just select this one, say finish. Your main method is also selected. Even you need not to write main and select it. Right? Your main method will be created automatically just with the help of one checkbox. And now it will generate like this, saying that to do auto-generated method stub. It is not written by us, right? So that's where it will add a comment like this. This is a comment. Now what I want to do here is, I want to go ahead and print out SYSO, sysout. Yeah, control space. Then let's say, hello. I want to give this arguments. Whatever is the arguments which you're passing, right? Arguments of first element I want to print 0, right? Now you see there is no errors. I saved the file. Now let's go back and see whether this file is created in the bin folder, com, ignite, explore, Java. Now you can see there is a greetings class which is created at 8:28. Now here I want to execute this program. Compilation, no problem. You can see here there is no errors. Now when I run this one, right click, run as Java application. Now you can see here the error which is shown yesterday in your console is showing here now. Index 0 out of bounds for length 0. Right? This is what is exactly we faced yesterday. Now, yesterday we are executing it in the command prompt. Now we are doing it right click, run as Java application, right? Then how can you give an input? Correct? There it is a command prompt. We go here like this. I go to this location. Let me explore Java. I go to this location and command Java read user space Shyam Kakumani. Right? It is printing. Let's say if I'm not giving these values, it is giving me an error. Correct? Then how can you pass input? It is easy for us to pass input, right? So there you have a way to do that one. Right click, run as, in the run configurations you have to provide. In the run configurations, under arguments, then you can give it as a program arguments. Okay, I'll give it as Shyam. I say apply and run. Now you can see hello Shyam has happened. Right there, you have a direct access over there. But here, because of it is IDE, it is giving you a capability little different. See, right click. Now, if you run it, because it is already set over there, always it will give you Shyam here. If you want to change it, right click, run as, run configuration. Now go to the arguments. In this one, I want to give it as a Shyam Kakumani and apply, run. Now you can see here, the output is Shyam Kakumani.
What if you have to do two more
Yes, if you want to give two more,
like customer
absolutely. Let's do the same way. See, now what we can do is hello. I'll replicate this one. Okay. I want to give hello person name from which place you're coming. Let's say this time I'm going for a first argument. What I can do is right click, run as, run configuration. All you have to do is go to arguments and give a space and give one more. Let's say Bangalore. Now this space will be considered as a second element. It is separating from the first, element to second element. That's it. Apply, run. Now you can see hello Shyam Kakumani from Bangalore. Imagine this time we are giving only one. Let's say run as, run configurations. By mistake, I don't give a space and give a Bangalore together. Now apply and run. It will give me an error saying that this is considered completely as one line. There's no space. But second one, it is not able to pick any value, right? That's where your space is nothing but each one is your arrays separated with the space. That's simple. So I'll go back. Now you can see here the error. If you observe in our command prompt, right? Let me open command prompt one more time quickly. You go here, command prompt, Java. Let me first see the files. Yeah, Java, greet user, right? Here it is telling you greet user line Java 3 is having an issue. It will also show here same. But on click of this one, it will highlight you where it is having an error. See on the top. You directly go to the editor, then you can see the error is happening. Let's say I selected line number 3, greetings. Now this is the location. You can see explore Java. In this file, there is an issue. Simply click on the link. It will highlight you where the error has happened. Right? So now what are the other things we have done? We have done the project creation, we have done, editor we have used, console we have used, errors, we checked it, correct? Then on top of it, any error happens on click of this error, it is going. And there is a, yep.
Some versions is not highlighting.
Which one is not highlighting some versions?
Errors.
It's only one, no? Yeah, tell me.
For example, we have to click in error.
Right, correct.
It cannot show in some versions.
Not like that. See, what happens is if it is your code, it will show you. See, your point is valid. What you're trying to say is, let's say there is a 20 lines error code and you're trying to click on something, it might not show. See, if it is your code, which is there in your IDE, this will show. Imagine here you are giving a SYS system, something you are giving, which is not there in your machine. Then it will not show that one. Okay, that you need to figure it out. I'll show you that also. Let's say there is an error in Spring Framework. It is going to somewhere, but it is not showing. You can attach the source files in case if it is a open source. Okay, but for time being, let us understand. It is errors also we can see here itself even before. See, with the console and all, right, until you compile it, you will not able to know what is the errors. Let's try to do this small thing. See, I go to the Explore Java, go to the greets user, open with Notepad. Here, I'll just make one capital small to small s. Okay. Now let me try to execute. I'm clearing the screen. Java C space. Greet user dot Java. Enter. Now you see the compile itself is giving a problem. See here, it is saying that package system does not exist. It doesn't understand what it is. Now, but it is giving you the, yeah, it is giving you the line number 4. Now we know here, this is line number 4. You have to go it separately. It's a painful, right? Now, if the same thing is happening here, it's easy. Even before you do anything here itself, in the editor itself is giving an error for you, right? Your editor is intelligent and it has an inbuilt compiler. That's why the moment you save it, it is compiling, right? So you can do that one. Then you can see the color coding. All these keywords and all are, highlighted, right? So you can see the color coding, right? Then we can go with something called a debugging. Okay. For example, you have given two inputs. What is the two inputs we have given? Let's say right click, run configurations. You have given two inputs as Shyam Kakumani and space Bangalore, right? And apply and run. Now you see here, by mistake, what is the thing you're doing is compilation is good, output also you're getting, but output is not as you expected. What you will do is the mistakes what we have done here is here also initially by default how people will do it now, they will do like this. Let's say you have one statement, right? This is hello. What I'll do is I'll copy here and I will paste it here and I'll change is from. But many times I forget to update this one. Then when I save it one and let's say right click run as Java application, now you can see both the outputs are coming same. Then you will go and cross check, right click run as run configurations. Then you'll understand, oh, okay, I have given two inputs, then why it is coming only one? Let me check whether arguments are coming two values or not. See, I'm still not focused my error here. First, I want to understand what is the inputs which is coming. Then I will think about of my error because I'm in an entry level. I don't know exactly what mistake I'm doing. That's where you can do the debugging. What is the debugging? In the left corner, do you see there is a blue line? In this location, you can give a double click on it with a mouse. You have a breakpoint here, right? What I want to do is take my project, my program, instead of right click run as, I will say debug as. Okay. Instead of running as, I'll say debug as Java application. The moment I do that one, see it is asking, do you want allow public and private network to access this app? Say yes. Yes. Then I will say okay. Then the program execution will come and stop in my IDE. See, now it is showing that confirm perspective switch. Okay. This kind of launch is configured to open the debug perspective where it suspends of execution. It stops the execution. Guys, whatever we have seen, the current one is called the development related one. If you want to go for it, debugging, if I click on switch, now you can see behind the windows will change. Windows will reorganize and it will change. Now you see here on the left side, there is a debug window has opened. Earlier it was a package explorer, right? Now it is a debug window is open. Now on the right side, you can see there is a variables is open, right? Now my execution is stopped and it is highlighted here in a green color. If I keep the cursor here, see the arguments, I am getting 0 argument as Shyam Kakumani, first argument as Bangalore. This is the way of debugging. Yes, I'm receiving the first value. Now I want to go to the next line. Here on the top corner, you can see here when I'm moving the mouse, there is a step over.
So you are a Java trained.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually,
Once. Sir, I need very fast. That instrument is not working.
Complete. Yeah. So if I click on next, now you can see it is printed hello Shyam Kakumani. Now when I'm clicking on next, Then it is printing again Shyam Kakumani. Then I will realize here, okay, it's my mistake. I can see expand on the right side as an arguments. Now I can see 0 is Shyam Kakumani, 1 is Bangalore. Here is the mistake I did it. Then I say continue. This is how you can do the debugging. Let's say I'm resuming now. This is how the debugging works. Now this is in your console and in your execution, it's impossible. It's not there. That is what is the additional capability of our IDE. What is it? Debugging. Debugging, being a developer, if you're a good debugger, you're a good developer.
Actually, I'm a worker, employee, but I.
Okay, fine guys. Then once our debugging is done, it is working as expected. What I can do is I want to go back to my project explorer where my project is there. Then I don't want to go to this one. See, many things got changed, right? For that reason, in the top right corner, you can see there is a small bug icon is there, debug. From that, you just click on Java. Then your windows will be reorganized like how we want. Now I know the error is here. I see give one. Now I save this one and execute this. Right click, run as Java application. Now I can see my expected output has come. So this is what is about of your IDE. Understood, guys? Guys, I'm running out of power. Allow me a couple of minutes. I will, bring my charger and we'll continue. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, please feel free to, note it down. Understood? So, see, when small programs are there, it is easy for you to, understand and fix it. Imagine someone else program, you go to a new project and you are working on a new project. First, you have to understand how the flow is working, right? That's where it's not only figuring out how the, the logic is written, and you can understand how the flow is happening from one method to another method to another method, how it is flowing. You can make a step-by-step notes also, right?
Names.
Okay. It's still yeah. So fine, guys. As I told you, my battery is about to die. We'll stop the session here. Then we'll continue from the next session. Okay. In case if you have any questions, please feel free to put across in the group also. I'll try to answer. Yeah. Thank you, guys.